Hey ladies, how are you doing? How are you doing? It has almost been a week since our Refined Woman Get on the Road with Your Purpose Empowerment Workshop. I pray that each and every one of you who attended the workshop, who was able to attend the workshop, truly received something transformational. You know, sometimes we attend events or listen to a message and it's like, it's good. It's all right. But it doesn't really stick with us. Or what ends up happening is we attend these events and they're great, they're phenomenal events, but people don't follow up. And so it's like, okay, well, we had all this nuggets. We received all these nuggets. We received all these great tools, but now what do I do? What's next? And so I wanted to take the time, and we're going to be following up with every single person who attended the event. But we just wanted to follow up live because there's people who planned to come to the event weren't able to show up, or individuals who weren't able to attend the event. And so we want to make sure that we are following up live because we did go live several times. We posted several videos, and so individuals were able to see what we did or certain aspects of the workshop, even though they didn't attend. So I want to make sure that we're taking time to follow up and make sure that we are doing well. I have a guest with me outside, so I want to make sure she is not doing anything that she shouldn't be supposed to be doing. So anyway, so following up, I just want to recap for a brief moment. So everybody who attended the workshop, there were about 18 of us, and it was great. It was phenomenal. The one thing that I want to definitely shout out each and every individual who attended, everyone participated. I've been to several workshops. I hosted several workshops of my own, but every single person in the workshop participated in the activities as well as chiming into the discussions and dialogue. So thank you, each and every one of you who shared. What that really means is that you are investing in you. You could have come to the workshop and just sat there and not shared anything, but you took the time to share. And what that does is, yes, it was Discover Her Life's Coaching's workshop. And so Margot Brisky, myself, I was the host. But at the same time, you ladies are there. And it wasn't a coincidence that each and every one of you attended this workshop, because I received feedback in the after the workshop was through, as well as received text messages and calls from participants, and they specifically thanked some of you ladies who were in attendance. So thank you so much for sharing your story, sharing your perspective, because we all received from what you all shared. So thank you for that. So just again, recapping the event, we focused on Discover Her Life Coaching's empowerment process, called the empowerment process. We focused on 4 distinct phases. Phase 1 is visualization. Phase 2 is willingness. Phase 3 is accountability, not pillity, accountability. And phase 4 is distinctiveness. Okay, so phase 1, that phase of visualization, what we focused on there was visualizing ourselves outside of our current situation. Many of us are faced with adversity in our lives. Many of us are still battling with inner childhood issues, or we're not really sure what to do next or what steps we should be taking. And so when we don't take the time to visualize ourselves outside of the situation, we remain stagnant and we can't move forward. So we first have to visualize ourselves outside of our current situation. Phase 2, willingness. What are you willing to do differently? Truly ask yourself that question. Are you prepared for 2017? Was the question that we asked prior to going into the workshop. And many people said no. Some people said yes. And then when we got to the workshop, they realized that they weren't as prepared as they thought they were. So ask that question. Am I prepared for 2017 or for whatever goals you have for yourself? After you answer that question, answer the next question. What are you willing to do to change your current situation? Phase 3, accountability. Now, as we spoke about in the workshop, accountability takes 2 parts, or breaks into 2 parts. Part 1 is holding yourself to a higher standard. And so that's doing things differently, speaking affirmations into your life, going and putting yourself in the environments that will help catapult you to your next level. That's that first accountability, and holding yourself to a higher standard. That second aspect of accountability is allowing other people to see your messiness. What this means is you have to be vulnerable. You have to be willing to allow other people in your life hold you to that standard that you want to be held, that you are holding for yourself. Why? Because there's going to be times that we run in where we are disappointed or defeated or we have a bad day. We need to be able to call on our accountability partners and remind us of the larger purpose. We need them to remind us that it's not all about us and it's so much bigger than what it is that we're going through in those moments. Because remember, there is always victory at the end of an experience and scenario. That phase 3 was the accountability. The final phase is distinctiveness. And that's always my favorite aspect that to focus on for a number of different reasons. But distinctiveness. To ask yourself, what does that even mean when I bring up distinctiveness? Distinctiveness, what we're talking about here is you. How are you distinctively set apart from everyone in this world? What are your gifts? What are your talents? What do you do exceptionally well? Whatever that is for you, however you would answer that question, that is likely directly connected to your purpose. You have been distinctively set apart from everyone else in this world. So begin to walk in what you've been called to do. Stop settling, stop making excuses, because we all go through things in life. But you have to choose. You have the power and the authority to make the decision to not be defined by what it is that you've gone through in your life. So get up and take the necessary steps through Discover Her Life Coaching's empowerment process. Become willing, become accountable, and become distinctive. The first step is visualizing yourself outside of your current situation. Family, friends, we thank you so much for connecting with us and coming to Refined Woman 2017, Get on the Road with Your Purpose Empowerment Workshop. Thank you, family and friends, for tuning in to this live feed as we're recapping on what we covered in our workshop. As you embark on the rest of your journey through 2017, we will connect again. We will follow up with you in the second week of January to be sure that you have gotten on the road with your purpose. And if you're not, we will journey together to make sure that you are getting on the road with your purpose. It's a process and it's a transition, but you have in you what it takes to achieve the level of success that you're searching for. Thank you for journeying with us, Discover Her Life Coaching, through this process of healing, self-empowerment, and tapping into your unique purpose. We love you. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.